Hello, Earle Pughe here for Music Maker Foundation. Today we're looking at a blues in A. It's a 16-bar blues. It's called Going Out Swingin'. It's on Ernest Guitar Roy's latest CD. The name of the CD is This Is Earnest Guitar Roy. So it's a 16-bar blues. It's like a 12-bar blues with an extra 4 measures in the front. We've got 4 measures on A7. That's the first line. Second line is 4 measures on A7. Third line is 2 measures on D7, 2 measures on A7, and then 1 measure E7, 1 measure D7, 1 measure A7, and then he ends on, at the end of that, he hits the Jimi Hendrix chord. He just hits 4 strings, but it's the E7 sharp 9 at the end of that, at the end of the intro. So let's kind of slow it down here and take a look and see what's Ernest doing and where's he getting these notes. There's a PDF, it should be below, a downloadable PDF. It says Going Out Swingin' Elements. First thing we want to look at is the A7 chord. So I've written it out there in a way that you can't possibly play it. But it's important to notice that it's stacked up neatly. And now when we play it on the guitar, it doesn't stack up quite as neatly. So we've got an A C sharp, an E, and a G. Now, kind of the cool thing to do, if you want to get a little jazz or a little swing feel or a little B.B. King in there, is we want to play an A6 over the A7. So we're going to have an A, a C sharp, an E, and an F sharp. So he's using that a bit. He's also using the A major pentatonic. So if we start here on this A on the 6th string, we've got A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A. Now we'll start on this A. We've got A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A. Now, we've also got a D7 chord. So we've got a D, an F sharp, an A, and a C natural. And we could have a D6, which would be a D, an F sharp, an A, and a B. So we've got this bar D chord here at fret 5. We're just taking the top 3 strings. That'll give us a plain D, and we could either add the 6 or the 7. Then we can move that up 2 frets, and we would have an E chord, and we could add, so we have E, G sharp, B. We could add a C sharp and get an E6, or we could add a D on the top and get an E7. So there's your 3 chords and the pentatonic scale. Now he also uses the A major pentatonic scale down on the 2nd fret. So we'll have an A on the 3rd string. So we've got A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A, and we could also get 2 lower notes, which we're going to need. The E on the 4th string and the F sharp. He also uses the minor pentatonic scale. So that would be A, C, D, E, G natural, A, C. And we could sort of take those two scales. We have that major pentatonic at fret 5, A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A. And we could take the minor pentatonic, starting on the same note, A, C natural, D, E, G natural, A. And now we're going to sort of add these two together, and we're going to get A, C natural, C sharp, E, F sharp, and then the A. So you've heard this sound before, right? We're using that C natural as an approach note into the C sharp. So we're sort of outlining an A6 chord, but we're sneaking in that blue note. He also has a triplet lick. It's kind of a double pull off. He's going to pull off where it's at fret 5, and he's going to do it on 3 strings. First he'll do it on string 2 4 times. He's going to pull off from 4 to 3 to 1. So that'd be a G natural, F sharp, E. And then he's going to do it on 3 different strings. So we've got C natural, B, A, G natural, F sharp, E, E flat, D, C natural. So that's pretty much the different elements that he's going to combine to get this this great intro. Ernest is playing this fast. He's up 192 or so. I've slowed it down so that we can kind of hear it a little easier and watch. You can see what my hands are doing a little easier, and I can play it a little easier. So we're starting on a E on beat 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember that A6 arpeggio. A, C sharp, E, F sharp, A. We're going to use those notes for the next 2 measures. So it's A, C sharp, F sharp, E, C sharp, A. And then C sharp, A, C sharp, A, and then A, F sharp, now we're going to hit that E, and we're going to slide into a double stop twice. So that's 2 notes from the A chord. Whether it's an A6 or an A7, these 2 notes don't change. We've got an E on string 2, we've got a C sharp on string 3. So it's we're going to slide twice, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to jump down to fret 2 and use that major pentatonic scale. So we had started off with an A6 arpeggio, and we moved to that major pentatonic scale. Now he's going to jump back up. So that was all right out of that A6 again. A, did a little hammer on from the C to the C sharp. So we snuck in that blue note. Now we've got the F sharp. Now we've got the F sharp. Now we've got to jump back down and get that major pentatonic. Same one at fret 2. B, A, F sharp, A. And now he's actually going to play, he's going to pop some chords. So he's going to play that A6 chord. So we've got an A on string 4, a C sharp on string 3, and F sharp on string 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Now we jump back down to the major pentatonic scale. Now we're going to go to that to the D chord, and we're going to go straight up the D chord. D, F sharp, A. But we're going to do hammer on from E sharp to F sharp. So D, And so we went from the A up to the B, which is the 6, then up to the flat 7. C natural, back to the 6. And now we've got A, B. So that was 3, 4. It's going to hit the D, then the B sharp or C natural, and hammer into the C sharp. 4 and 1. So I hear these two notes as aiming at this note. So this is approach notes into a chord tone. So 1, 2, 3. So very simple chord, 3 notes. That A6 again, but it's very syncopated. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Still at fret 5. We've got the 4 pull-offs. We're on an E7 chord, and we're aiming at the E note, but we're using a little bit of that blues scale. So we've got the G natural there. We got a blue note, pull off to an F sharp, and then to the E. And he's flying, so you know those are. And then we go over to the first string. It's the same fingering. And then the second string, then the third string. Now we've got D, C natural, and we get to the A chord. And he's going to use that hammer-on that he used before, but this time the B sharp is a little bit longer. 1, 2 triplet. So that was, you could really hear that note before the hammer. Before it was a grace note. You know, it was difficult to hear exactly what note it was. You could just hear that it was hammered. But this is a full eighth note out of a triplet. So A, B sharp, hammer into a C sharp, E, A, G natural. So that was an A7 arpeggio with a little hammer on. Now we've got E, D, and then we got A, G, and then the Jimi Hendrix chord. I doubt that Ernest would explain this the same way that I'm explaining this, but it's very clear that Ernest knows the guitar fingerboard very well. You know, he knows where his scales are. He knows where his arpeggios are. He makes you know, great use of chord fragments. You know, that gives a real different texture, and those double stops that he slides into. So he's really given a lesson here on how to combine these elements and just get a classic sound. I hope you've enjoyed this video on Going Out Swinging. Please go to the Music Maker website. Check out their products. They've got great CDs. Please consider buying Ernest. They've got great hats. So they've got just a wealth of artists and information available on the website. A lot of it's completely unavailable anywhere else. So it's really a valuable resource. So please check them out and support them. And I hope to see you again with another video soon. Thank you very much.